Get into this today. I want to be talking to you about building your defense. Building your defense. The mere fact that somebody is telling you that you need a defense tells you that there is some opposition. Someone, something wants to attack something about you, or attack you, your family, your loved ones. And a defense is imperative. You know, there are many games. I don't know about my son. You know, he plays football, and you know, sometimes you'll find defense is, if it's good enough, all you need is 3 points on the board. You can get 3 points up there. You just get a field goal. You got good defense. You can win a game. Defense is something that stops someone from obtaining a goal they have that diminishes you. Defense says, what you are planning for me, I'm going to stop. All right? And go with me, 1 Timothy 6 and 12. Because let's not fool ourselves. This is all about winning.
Right.
All right? I think she gonna start shouting. She wants y'all to know she got her. Right.
What was it?
1 Timothy 6 and 12. All right, let's pull that up. Because let's not make no mistake. This is about winning. Amen. We want to win. We read the Bible. We believe the Bible. We heard the Bible preached and taught to us. We want that in our life. We want to win. And this ain't no parent on the sideline with the worst kid on the team talking about it's all about having fun. No, it's not all about having fun. I ain't buy these uniforms and rush over here to have fun. My kid could have stayed home and had fun. We did win. Come on. All right. And you know, listen, you know, some parents don't like this. They don't like a real coach. They want a babysitter. Because a real coach may not play your child. Amen. Amen. Well, my child didn't come to practice and they still ain't no good. So you don't play just because you come to practice. Come on now, if you want to be a winner, see, people want to win in one area, but in the other area, it's okay not to win. Come on. Either you win or you ain't. Come on now. Come on. Amen. Come on. Put my child in. Why didn't you put my child? Because your child can't play. We've been working with him and been working with him and been working with him, and we think he should get tested. Parents don't want to hear that. That's when they get their speech. Well, it ain't even about winning. It's about having fun. And no. It's about winning. We here to win. Yeah. That's why they got what is called a score. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay? And so when I come out, I want to win. Ain't nobody coming out here just to say, I go to church. Ain't nobody coming out here and say, I'm a pastor, or I'm a husband, or I'm a father. No, I'm here to win. And I know that I got opposition against me, but listen, that doesn't make me get into a position to say, because others are against me, or because others ain't with me, then I need to fold. Amen. Right? There's nothing, you know, last week, y'all know, my family, we're a Seahawks fan. And we played the 49ers, and that was an awesome game. I just really enjoyed that game. Good thing I was praying for them. Good thing I was praying for them, boy. I'm going to tell you something, them games will make you cuss just when you thought you were saved and sanctified. And you know, one of the things you have to admire is that when you have opposition, no matter what it is, there are rules that need to be followed. So you can't have basketball players coming out on the football field in their uniform, all right, with the wrong ball, the wrong uniform, and only 5. Come on, this don't make no sense. And what happens is, when you don't know the rules of the game, instead of you standing firm on what the rules are, you start adjusting to the opposition. Amen. So the opposite, you gonna cuss at me? Well, I'll cuss right back at you. You're going to attack me, I'm going to attack you. We start subjecting ourselves to how the opposition is playing the game. No, this is football. Right. And I'm not going to take my helmet off because you got yours off. Right. And I'm not going to come in here with half of my it's just too much and make me itch. No, you need to put your pads on. That's important. He said, no, I'm not, the rule is they're not supposed to hit me. You still should put a pad on it too. I'm just, I'm just saying. You got to get to the place that I understand the rules, and I'm not going to change my set of rules because opposition is changing their rules. Amen. You can't hunt down every lie told on you. You can't shut every mouth that's talking negative about you. You can't talk, listen, you can't whoop everybody that don't like your child. Because when people don't like you and can't whoop you, they go for their children. Yes. Amen. That's what they do. You know, they're a little skeptic about talking to you, but they little PCA kids here, you know. No, you got to get to the place that I'm not going to change the rules. Once I know how to fight, I know how I need to win. I'm not changing that just because you change it. Amen. I don't know if y'all, you know, sometimes I don't know if there's ever really officials that are just crooked. You know, they just miss some things. Some calls they just miss. I feel bad for the officials, especially when you miss it on the team. Come on now, on my team. You know what I mean? We was at a game in where were we at, man? Dover. Dover. And man, let me tell you something. We was in Dover. First off, they had security. The TSA ain't got nothing on Dover. I'm gonna tell you that. Child, they said if your water's open, you can't come in with it. It might be acid, and they had all kind of crazy stuff. Like, you know, y'all been watching too much TV. Well, the official, it wasn't my son, thank God. But the team, the guy ran him off on the sideline. But after he ran him off on the sideline, the guy grabbed him and swung him. And the official didn't say nothing. Well, he had, you know, I had to tell him something. Oh my God, I had to tell him that wasn't even my son. And I told him, it's your job, your little biscuit head. It's your job to protect these kids. These kids are going to respond. Ain't no kid going to be letting no kids swing them around out here and you don't say nothing. If you don't want to do your job, go do something else. I don't know if he could have threw me out, but I'd have snatched his hat and ran. No, you know, and sometimes you get, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was just a little home cooking there. And when the game was over, I said, well, the stew is done, everybody line up. Because they're showing up with some home cooked stuff here. You know, when you playing, you just, listen, now, I'm not trying to spin this off into nothing prejudice or racist or nothing like that. The biggest problem with black people not being where they are in America is that we ain't had a even and a fair playing field. Right. That's the truth. There's a whole lot of areas you just denied because of the color of your skin. Amen, amen. I mean, why does this skinny man got to take the test 3 and 4 times? And then they get and they scold you. You can make a 92. Then we're gonna retest you. You're gonna make a 95. Well, y'all done cheated even better than the second time. No, it's just we didn't have a plan. So when all I need is for you to give me an even playing field, I'm straight. Amen. 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 I used to go to schools and I used to talk to the teachers and I tell them, listen, I don't need you to do nothing for my children. Just teach. Right. Everything else you leave to me. Right. I don't need you to teach my son or my girls how to be respectful. That's my job. They're going to come here respectful. Amen. If they're not respectful, all you got to do is give me a call. All the teachers, they never called me on the girls, I don't think. But they did I got to know all of them over my son. No, this is your job. You do your job. All I need you to do is your job. I don't need to do nothing extra. I don't need you to teach my boy how to be a man. I don't need you to teach my boy how to be respectful to the girls in the class. I don't need you to teach me. All that's my job. All I need is an even playing field and we're going to be all right. Amen. When you get to the place, now this is what you got to understand. When you get to the place that you can win even when the officials is trying to help out your opposition. You know, listen, you know you somebody. I told you need to blow the whistle. Too many players on the field. You got 9, you got 11 players, plus 2 officials. They all on the same team, going against my son's team. When you, listen to me, when you make up your mind, I'm a winner, I don't embrace excuses that say I should lose. It's all right that you feel like, you know, people are against you and too many people don't like you and We're not here for that. Your job is to throw the ball, and the receiver job is to catch it.
Amen.
If you're on the defense, your job is to stop whatever plan they come up with. Listen to me, listen to me. There's always going to be an excuse or some kind of reason the devil want to give you to throw in the towel.
Amen.
Now you can have this could be some home cooking, but I'm gonna piss in your pot. Can you say that? No. You know, I'm gonna put too much salt in your food. How about that? A little bit better. You can have some home cooking going on here. We talking about, so what you standing on there doing? Huh? What you saying? What's it? I'm adding some extra seasoning. No, you listen. I'm gonna win here regardless. I don't care who you got up on helping you out and assisting you.
That's right. Right.
You know, listen to me. Listen to me. If you embrace every excuse the devil give you, you'll never be nothing. So true. He already gave you so many things on why you can't do some things. Right. Let me tell you this before I read the scripture. At birth, the devil had you in his radar. He already wanted to attack you. Amen. You have to consider who I am as a person may be totally different than what God originally wanted for me. Now I gotta break who I think I am. Oh no, that's not me. I don't do that. Oh no. You'll never catch me doing it. That's just not who I am. No. Have you ever thought that the devil has plagued your life so early and for so long that you have adapted a mindset and a character that was never the intention of God? Amen. For Timothy 6:12 said, fight the good fight of faith. There's no fight that's good unless you win it. You hear me? And you talking to somebody that had his butt whooped a couple of times. I know, like really whooped. Beat down. And it was never a good fight. Everybody was a good fight, man. You be ready to fight the person that said it was a good fight. There's not a good fight unless you win it. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast confessed or professed a good confession before many witnesses. I'm going to win. Come on now. Come on. You listen to me, listen to me. The first thing I noticed in watching my son's team play is they get quiet. Listen, it's not the score, because I've seen them do good even when they was down. But the problem is when the spirit of the team changed.
Right.
And coaches don't know how to coach. You know, they be so busy cussing them out like that's gonna motivate them. And you know, when Marshawn Lynch got in trouble, he cussed some lady's son out. He cussed him out real good too. And she got upset. And he told her, he said, ma'am, I got 300 more children that want to learn. Ain't nobody about to stop the show for your retard. No, y'all don't like to, y'all know that he shouldn't say that about cussing people, kids out and all that other stuff. If I call a play, you better play it. Right. Y'all don't like that. See, y'all don't want to coach. See, now you want a coach that's going to email you. You want a coach that's going to give you some flowers and say, you know, I was observing your plays. They call it excellent play. Was one game, excellent play. You know, they was like 3 yards, 4th down, and they act like they was about to kick it off, and then all of a sudden, they faked them and blah blah blah. Well, everybody in the huddle wasn't paying attention. Right. The one guy kept on running. All he had to do was everybody was saying, turn around. Everybody saw the play. He wasn't paying attention in the huddle. Right. In the huddle, he doing everything he's supposed to. He should have been cussed out. He done ran all the way to the bus. All the way to the bus. Then gonna turn around and talk about, so what happened? What happened when you wasn't paying attention? Right. In the huddle. Right. If you're not paying attention in the huddle, it don't matter how good a play is. That's true. That's true. So now you got to get to the place. I understand I'm in a fight, and I'm gonna talk what I believe. Amen. Not only am I going to talk, I'm going to keep the right spirit. Yes. I ain't going to get down because I got a setback. Amen. I'm So yeah, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to move by this house. I'm going to move in, blah, blah, then all of a sudden the car start knocking. Tom, 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 tom. Now all of a sudden you're holding me. See, if the devil can get your mind and your spirit on you to shift, he already know what your actions are going to be. If you don't act like a winner and talk like a winner, guess what you won't be? You won't be a winner. Act like a loser, talk like a loser, you will be one.
That's right. Amen.
So fight the good fight of faith. Which means I got to fight the good fight of faith. Which means the rules have to fall under me being in faith. If I step out, now I don't care what the opposition is doing. It's the official's job to make sure the opposition is playing by the rules.
Amen.
Are you listening?
Amen.
Now, if I'm going to sit here and call myself a winner, I got to make sure I'm in the room. Now, I can't be, somebody get the ball, they're going to run outside behind the bleachers and come on the other side. Come on, some touchdown. No, there's rules to this.
Amen.
You can't do that. You can't just be, man, I'll tell you something, man. I've seen like different races and relays and stuff going on, and I've seen kids all the time can't run straight. They can't run straight. Well, when you're racing, you got a lane. You can't do the 100 yards and you tell my son, yeah, I do the zigzag. No, it's straight. And I've seen kids run. They start off in lane number 2. And they end up in lane number 5. How you do this? Now, they got some meetings, if it's nice, they give you a second try. Some of them, you mess up just one. You can take off too soon. Take off too soon, it don't be like, oh, give me another try. No, you out of here. You out of here, get out of here. I wasn't ready. You ready now, though, ain't you? Ready to sit your butt down. Your job is to know the rules I got to stand in. If I'm a person of faith, I got to make sure how does a person of faith act when they have opposition? Because my defense is I got to be in the rules. My mind got to be right. My heart got to be right. I cannot be trying, oh my God. Y'all been, my wife and I, my family, it came under attack. And we made no noise about it, nothing. A lot of foolishness, a lot of garbage. It was bad. It wasn't bad because I ignored it. I really didn't bother with it, nothing. And I was in Virginia. We was in Miami, and man, I got out on the beach and I'm just praying. I'm telling everybody need a beach house just for nothing for prayer. I'm telling you, you can't use mine. I tell you. And we was out around the beach and I'm praying, and I said, God, I'm going to leave this individual into your hands. They can't destroy people's life. Some of y'all was talking about you didn't even know it. You don't even know you got people talking about you and running you down. You can't be faithful to a ministry and people think something negative. You better not be young and faithful. And people run you down and lie and we just didn't pay no mind. So finally I was just in prayer and I said, God, I'm going to turn this over to you because the more we ignore the individual, the louder they got. The more people they would tell, the more people, they just make up stuff. Just keep going, keep going. And then God said to me, God said, you cannot have what you're willing to destroy. If someone, now listen to me, because this is important. You can't try to make yourself look good by destroying somebody else.
Amen. Amen.
Are you listening to me?
Amen.
I'm about to go a little bit further.
Amen.
You can't destroy a family and have a family.
Amen. Come on.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
You cannot run people down and lie on people and think God gonna elevate you. You can't do it. So I was sitting there, I shared it with you. I shared my wife. I said, man, God said you can't have what you're willing to destroy. So therefore, if I'm going to be in faith, I also got to still have integrity.
Amen.
I still got to be in a position that God is happy with me.
Right.
I still got to be the righteousness of God.
Right.
Just because the opposition changed their rules, that don't mean I change mine. I got to stay with God. As long as God is on my side. There's a scripture, if God be for you, he's better than the whole world against you. I need God on my side. So no matter what you go through, no matter what you face, if I'm going to fight the good fight of faith, I need to make sure God is on my side. You cannot build a defense unless you know that the opposition is what the opposition is trying to do. So what the devil is trying to do, I need to be aware of that. I need to know what he's going to try to do. If you're happily married, he's going to try to bust it up.
Amen.
If you're trying to raise good kids, he's going to try to mess that up.
Amen.
If you're trying to build something for the kingdom of God, he's going to mess that up.
Amen.
Are you listening to me?
Amen.
If you're trying to build faith, talking about something, I'm going to, this is God money, and I ain't going to touch it, you need to know the devil going to try to mess that up. Everything you doing that glorifies God, the devil is going to try to attack.
Amen.
Let me tell you something. Whether it's truth or lie, it don't matter about your life. The devil will take whatever he can to try to destroy you.
Yes, he will.
Don't nobody caring about your past. Don't nobody caring about where you've been and who and how many baby daddies. That ain't nobody business. Why do people think just because they know something about you? Now, catch this. That somebody that's relevant want to hear it. You know that you know that baby don't look like him.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
I ain't no business.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Right.
I know this. Let me tell you something. I have some men that I know, and well, one is a friend. I know of an associate whose wife got pregnant by someone else, and he raised that child like it was his. Listen to me. If you think you got truth about that man or that woman and that child, and you want to run your mouth, that's fine. But listen to me. I can't be a part of the destruction of what this man is that I don't think I could ever cut the mustard to be.
That's right.
That's another level of manhood. Ain't too many men can walk around and do that. You can't do that. I know I can't. That don't make no sense to lie. You'll be looking at me like a Superman. You're in that little biscuit in your Well, you love him? Yeah. You look like a football to me Saturday. We know, and this is true stuff. This ain't trying to motivate you to get you. A husband whose wife got pregnant twice, had an abortion. Both times, he wasn't the father of neither one of them. They still together today. See, just because you know truth, don't mean you now become part of destruction. The devil will come to. Now I'm not telling you what to forgive. I'm not telling you what to do. You understand? And don't let you need to know whatever is good and wholesome and beautiful, the devil's coming after you. Stop broadcasting what you want. If I get married, I will never forget. Just shut up. Just stop talking about what you will forgive and won't forgive. Just be quiet about that. One thing about me, I ain't no stupid person. You don't have to be stupid. Can I tell you something else? I'm going to tell you something else. Most marriages, if they ever hit 40 and 50 years, got a story to tell about forgiveness that might blow your mind. He did what to you? He said what to you? That don't mean somebody in a relationship is stupid. If I know I'm going to win, I got to first know what he's coming after. He's coming for your family. Do you know how many women will stay married all for the sake of their children? Because I don't want my son to grow up without his dad. So, I don't care. He just get him on weekends. You'd be surprised the sacrifice people are willing to make. You need to know that devil's coming. Now, I'm about to say something. You know, we had this question today: is divorce a defeat for all? Right? I want you to catch something here. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. Don't get stupid. Can you imagine if that devil was coming for your child, and to get to your child, he had to remove your husband? Now it's bigger than you. That's right. But my mama did it. No. don't get all deep and technical. Now, I'm not telling you to forgive no dumbness. All right? If your spouse out doing acting crazy, you have every right to cut them off. That's Bible there. All right? You can cut them off. But I'm trying to tell you, if you know the devil is coming, you got to be prepared. Your defense got to be up.
Amen. Amen.
You're going to pour into your children, and when they think they're old enough, they're going to set you straight. What? Everything I've done for you, you're going to misconstrue and turn it around and don't remember none of the good. All you're going to remember is all the punishment. What? Do you know what it's like to give your child everything? That devil's coming to break up family. That devil is coming to break you up. That devil is coming to make you sad, make you miserable, to make your children resent you.
Amen, amen.
All it takes is one misunderstanding for your child to misunderstand everything all the days of their life.
Amen.
He coming for you. If he coming for you, then I need to know what he's trying to do. Whatever plan he has for my marriage, for my finances, for my children, I got to know what he's going to try to do. Now, here's something you got to understand. Is the purpose of your life bigger than what you've already put in your mind and your heart on what you will allow and what you will not allow? I don't care what happened with my kids. They'll always be mine. There's nothing they can do that make me stop loving them. Now, there's stuff they can do to make them stop living with me. You understand? But there's nothing there. I'll always be there for you. I'll always be there for you. I don't care what you know. You may not like what I got to say, but it's just you. I don't care what they became gay, they became a lesbian. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Best of my ability, they all straight. That's all I know. You understand that? But I already told the devil, you ain't going to. Now, I just read a father cut his son's throat because he said he was gay. Now listen to me, I don't care. Now you do what you want to do. You know, ain't no preacher gonna come at me that know me anyway. But they know I'll cuss them clean right out. Might slap them if they in my face. You don't come to me with no stupidness. You run your house the way you run yours. But there's nothing that can go on with my children that'll make me stop loving them. You hear that? So now, if I know the devil wants to separate us, I need to know my defense. My defense is nothing you ever will do. Amen. He said she killed 50 men, and I'm still going to put money on the books. You don't make me feel bad. I don't live for people. Pastor Reverend Hatcher, how do you feel knowing that your daughter killed 50 men and you're still putting money on her books? Listen here, I'm hoping for a retrial. Get my baby home. Get my baby home. She ain't do it. She confessed. She was intoxicated. No, come on, man. Listen, when you know what the devil is out to do, you got to already put a defense that counter. I don't care what you come up against. Oh, God. Let me tell you something. This boy was running with the ball. What's that number, 51? Did I send that play? I hope I sent it to him. This kid, this kid was a brick wall. 56, number 56. Boy, I'm trying this kid got the ball. He just running down the sideline, and that kid hit him so hard. And the kid, you know how you get a boom in your back? He never took a day. He hit that 56. Boy, right now, he's still having nightmares about 56. That boy, that's what you need, a wall just like that. It don't matter how much speed you get. It don't matter how fast, because you know what I mean? Come on now. Everybody think they good until you run up against the right thing. Boy, he hit it and laid there. He must lay there about 5 minutes. Man, I'm telling you, everybody took a knee. But y'all tell you one thing, let me tell you something. Plays like that make you not want to catch the ball. But tell you that. Say whoops. There ain't no whoops. They see 56 standing there. Yeah, that means this is about to be a fumble. I'll tell you that right now. No, listen to me. When I know what the devil wants to do, I'm going to put together a plan that say you will not penetrate what your intentions are. It will not penetrate my life. Come on. Come on. How is he planning to do it is something I need to know. Right? What are the things he may do? One, distractions. He's always trying to get you off of what's not important. When people come into your life and they're talking garbage, they're trying to get you off what's important.
That's true.
You know, we got this clip, y'all seen it probably all throughout Facebook. Walter will put it up one Sunday, and it talks about, you know, something Socrates said in regards to things that's not true, or things you don't know to be true, or things that is not going to be helpful, and all this other stuff. You know, if it ain't about building you or you building someone, don't waste your time. Child, let me tell you, no, don't tell me nothing. I'm going to tell y'all something. We family, y'all ain't going to tell nobody. We was in Miami, and I get along with everybody. And we was down the Palace is what this restaurant or hotel was called. They had the club. It's out. This is daylight now. This ain't even at night. Daylight. They got this like the restaurant club, and it was a drag queen that was the MC, and. You know, the women were coming out. I don't know if they're women, men, whatever it was. You know, they dancing, they singing, they doing karaoke, and all this other stuff. And you now, I'm just trying to bring out a point here. Now, to see how much fun they can have, and people not care. That was their business. I'm just here to have fun, not to judge. I'm just here. In order for, if I came for fun, then I'll focus on fun. Right. Not that this man dressed like a woman. Right. Now I know y'all don't like, I'm not saying, listen, do what you want. Don't get crazy with me. I asked to hang out at them clubs with no, it wasn't. I'm trying to tell you it was out the street. It was out on the street. I didn't go inside no club. We were walking down the street. And it was just having fun. I mean, the music was like, you know, listen, I told my wife, like, I don't listen to all kind of music. But like when we in Vegas, different hotels, different places, they'll play different music every night. And I seem to be gullible to all live music. I'm telling you, I don't know what is wrong with me. Them people be singing up there, them country rock, whatever they be calling. Child, I be sitting up there, I be like, give me a seat. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I be enjoying it a lot. Now I ain't gonna turn it on the radio. I definitely ain't gonna buy no CD. I don't have it on Pandora, nobody else. But live music I'm gullible to. So the music is loud. I don't even remember what the song was, but the people was cheering, everybody was going, and the lady was dancing. And how many people was giving her money and all this other stuff she doing on karaoke? Everybody was having fun. Child, I stood out there in the street, I was having fun. She didn't get my money though. That music ain't that good. Some people can't have fun because they're too stuck on being distracted, on being deep. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. Now, some people say you can't enjoy nothing with nobody that ain't, everybody got to be like you. Now, you say you ain't prejudiced, you say you ain't racist, but if everybody ain't like you, you can't enjoy yourself. I can't. I'm here to have fun. I ain't here to...
Amen. That's right.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, you can say what you want about me. I don't care. But, you know, I don't tell you, them people be so free, they just do whatever they want to do. They just have fun. Man, people just dancing, laughing, snickling, grinning. It wasn't even about, are you gay? Are you? No, we're not here for that. Right. I'm not here to see. Hold on, let me get off that. I see some of y'all are judging me. I don't care what he's saying. I'm gonna be watching him the next fellowship. Be careful of the distractions. Get your mind on what you ought to be doing, what you ought to be working, not what the enemy is showing you, not what the enemy is telling you. All right? You need to know who he's going to try to use. He can't use nobody that don't know you.
Amen. Right.
You know, sometimes I belong to some of these chats and I put comments up, different things about different boxes and stuff like that, or, you know, different things. And sometimes people come back at me, man. They say some mean stuff. I mean, like, you can say something, some of these guys are real violent.
Right.
So, you know, I don't care for Canelo. The last fight was totally fixed. I believe that. I ain't say the spirit told me, but it was close to the spirit, though. And I don't care for Canelo too much. They talking about some, you know, this, that, and another. He pound for pound, this, he, that, and all that other stuff. No, he's a track star. He know who to run from. He know who not to get in the ring with. Man, I say that sometimes on them things, man, them people talk about my mom and everything. But they ain't important. That now be totally different if one of y'all walked up to me and said something about my mom. I ain't gonna say do nothing, but my sister gonna kick your ass. Boy, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna say, bless you, my child. The deacons will have communion with you in the hospital. You know, the deacon's supposed to do that. The deacon's supposed to go to the hospital and get on people that juice and crackers. They better hope they ain't hungry. They better eat all the crackers. Listen to me. You got to stay focused on what you know you're about. Don't get distracted. Don't get deceived. He will use people that are connected to you. How you respond to those people will determine whether or not you are going to be defeated or you're going to win.
Amen. Amen.
You can't be sitting up here talking about something, you know, let me shut this down. No, you leave that alone.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Get on the phone. You ain't got to get on the phone. Where he at? Where he's supposed to be. Leave that boy alone. You got to get to the place to know who he's going to try to use. Because when I know, now I can put up my defense. Now that you're close to me. People in your circle. Now, you got to hear this. People in your circle cannot harm you if you respond correctly. You already have your response in your head and in your heart. This is my best friend. Okay, best friend. The best friend go and take your man. Now, they done went to somewhere and left you home. You can't go to jail now. What are you going to jail for? Let me say, Maxwell wasn't yours in the first place. I saw that hoe get on the stage and Marshall, you want to stop this foolishness? Cut her. Oh no. No, listen to me. It don't matter what he promised. It don't matter what she did. You got to know your response. I'm not going to step out of faith. I got to know my rules. It doesn't matter what's done to you. How you respond determines whether or not you're still within the rules. You're fighting the good fight of faith, which means I got to represent God in my response. If I allow my emotions to take over me and I respond in the way the devil has taught me or how I was brought up, there is no glory for God to give. To defend you and yours, you got to have your focus on the fight. Block out everything that's not relevant. If people do something to you and it's not to edify, I got to process it. I'm human. It's going to bother me. But listen to me, the devil is not a mind reader. He's not a mind reader. You need to know that. He said, well, as a man thinketh in his heart. Every thought is not in your heart. Every idea that comes to your head is not your heart. So when you get to the place that the devil attacks you, you got to already know what your response is. Sure, it bothers me, but I'm not about to walk around here acting like a fool. Turning and knocking out the woman's car. Your man slept too, so knock out his car.
Right.
You slept with my man? And you're going to tap the windows and all this other. Get your crazy self back inside. Making a fool out yourself. She ain't rape her. Ain't said a word. Right in the library. If there was ever a time he could have got help, he could in the library. All he had to do was say, just sat there and snickle and grin like a chess cat, and then you gonna go act a fool. No. See, you need to understand the devil can only use people that are attached to you. You gotta respond correctly. You can't let people take you out of your character and what God's trying to make you. What's wrong with you? You act like you're all crazy and retarded. You got to listen to me. I got to be free to allow God to tell me what he wants from me. Let me tell you something. Do you know now you are who you are, all right? Do you know one of the signs that you're not free is that you won't dance? No, I'm not talking about prayer, I'm just talking about just move. Because you feel like how people see me and perceive me is important. That's not how I get down. That's not what you sit there and enjoy a song, love a song, and be said and somebody think you're a statue. You be enjoying the music. No, move. No, because sometimes you don't think you can dance. There's nothing more liberating than somebody that can't dance taking the whole floor. All you can do is talk about me, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm here to... And it's like, oh my God, wait, look at that. Oh, she white, she is. Oh my God. Honey, they be having a good time. Ain't paying you no mind. Sweat, God, I'm trying to... Give me another drink. Oh Lord, not another. Give me another drink. They just have a good time. You so busy caught up in what people think about you, you won't enjoy yourself. Come on now, man. Come on. Everybody feel like moving sometime. But you suppress that thing, that devil is. You need to rehearse that. You hear music at home, move your crazy self. Don't be sitting up there. You at home by yourself. You want what the devil told you. Don't you move.
Right. Don't
you move. Don't you move. Just stand still. Child, you stop cooking. You start. Child, you start cooking, and then you start beating stuff up. Start next thing, your child, you suppress. No. Be free. If you feel like dancing, dance. No matter what rule is it say you got to know how to dance to dance. Move. Amen. I call this dancing. Amen. He said, I thought you was having a seizure. That's what I call break dancing. I break up stuff in the house while I'm sleeping. Now don't y'all go ahead and try to be no ballerina and get dizzy. Crazy stuff. You know you got to get that medicine and all that stuff in your face. And you start to like, wee! All right, keep on weeing, yeah? Keep on weeing. Be free. Why is it that you can have joy on the inside of you? Do you know I can think about an old joke and just start laughing? I don't care what people think about me. What's so funny? I don't even feel like trying to explain it. You gonna rob me? You gonna rob? You just suck all the laugh out of this thing. I don't want to explain the joke. Some jokes is just in my damn. No, listen to me. Be free. Don't allow people to put you in a cage that won't allow you to be free. Come on now. You're home by yourself. You feel like dancing? Go ahead and dance. Who's gonna talk about you? Right. That's just your rehearsal. So the next time you walking down the street and that music jump on, child, you can stop for a couple of minutes. You ain't gonna go long, don't worry about it, because you ain't doing too many exercises. Some of y'all need to dance. Go ahead and dance. Put a 5-pound weight in each hand and just go for it. Just shake and wiggle and jump up and down and whatever you want to do it. And why are you so concerned about people? I think, matter of fact, I might go back to Vegas and just go hit a club. Just dance up the whole place, just run around. I'll just dance. Listen, I don't have to be drunk to have a good time. I'll tell you that. I get people all the time saying, man, I would love to hang out with you if you was drunk. I don't get drunk. Right. I mean, some people, you need to get drunk. I don't need to get drunk.
Right, amen.
If I want to get up and dance, I'm going to get up and dance. What you going to do? Laugh at me?
Right.
Some of y'all would never move. Somebody say, that's not me. Break that thing.
Amen.
Because if you got it in you to dance, but you don't, now if it ain't in you, don't force it. Because it might hurt yourself. But come on now, you hear some music, man, you don't even want to move. Man, I'm telling you, no, I'm not talking about nobody now. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. You ever seen a real big person just get down? Yeah. Man, they own everything. Belly swinging. I'm talking, I ain't lying. I'm telling you what I know. I've seen this. This guy, his belly is so big, and the more he danced, the shirt kept climbing up. And before he got finished, that made it like a halter top. He didn't stop. Boy, he was swinging that belly all around. He was getting it. And the boy had some moves too. When he got finished, he pulled his shirt down and he went on about his business. Some of you say, I don't do this cause. No. See, now, I need you to get to the frame of mind of being free. If I want to dance, I'm going to dance. If you don't, if I like the music and you don't see me dancing, it's because I don't want to. It's not because I got balls on me. I'm in a cage, or I'm intimidated about what people are going to say about me. Your freedom, listen to me. I know you think you're free because you do what you want to do, but you got to start looking at what you don't do, what you want to do. Because if you are now so micromanaged by your own, how you was brought up, how your mama taught you, you can't break free.
Right. True.
You don't have to respond to everything the way people want you to. So once I know my defense, I know where my freedom is, and freedom is not just a physical thing, but a mental thing. I got to be free in my mind. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy life to its fullest. Listen to me. You know the worst thing you can ever do is try to go somewhere and have fun. Now I already got a list. My wife and I, we already got a list of people who we can vacation with, and it's that long. Now you ain't going on vacation with me. Don't be acting all stupid. We was in Vegas with a preacher, and Vegas, they was outside, and the lady was on the bar thing outside dancing. And he said, oh, Jesus, Shama, Shama, Chino, Shama. He kept looking though, he ain't closed his eyes. No, let me tell you something. First off, the lady had on stockings, the holy stockings, the one you can't see through. They had on them stockings. It was like a uniform or something. And he couldn't take it. Well, you can't vacation with me. I don't do nothing to me, I'm telling you that. Pretty women are dime a dozen. And she didn't even have no shame. What was sitting up there? You all crazy and acting, calling on Jesus and Peter and everybody. Anybody around Peter, James, John? Oh, no. Man, come on, walk down the street and act like you got some strength. You all deep. That woman, listen, some people I can't hang with. They too deep. And you can say what you want about me. I always knew you don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about me, and I'm not about to live for you. You're not that important to me.
Amen.
You're not going to control me because you come from a church where you ain't got no business going to Vegas in the first place. Listen, one preacher said, this is what he said. He said he don't go, they had a conference in Vegas. He didn't go because they got gambling machines everywhere. Negro, don't put your money in the machine. I don't understand. Don't you allow people to try to make you think you ain't a Christian because you don't live like them.
Amen.
You can't make me feel like I ain't no preacher because I ain't no them. I'm going to go enjoy myself. I mean, the only reason I'll go back to Vegas because Vegas just, I've been too much. I'm tired of it. That's just the truth. I'm just tired of it. But you ain't going to stop me though. One of my family members say they're going to meet me out there. I'll go out there. Might have me a good time too. Laugh, have a good time, man. You ain't going to make me feel bad. Some of y'all be sitting up there, y'all can't enjoy yourself, you're with the wrong people. When people cramp my style, you got to go.
Amen.
You got to get up, you got to move, come on. You get one day, if we there for a whole week, and then we go there with the holders, and the holders is all walking around them big Bibles and stuff. The first day, we might be together. But the next day, I'm telling you, we won't catch up with me. Where you at? I'm by the Palazzo. Where you at? I'm at the Palazzo too. Oh, this ain't the Palazzo, I'm at the Caesar. Where you at? Yeah, y'all keep walking around trying to find me, brother. You ain't gonna cramp my style. You gotta be free to enjoy yourself. I mean, go ahead and, you know, some Christians, I heard a preacher say, you going to hell. If you're laughing at a preacher, that's cussing. I knew I was on my way. Bernie Mac set me straight there. What that preacher was saying, you can't even laugh with some people. You say, ooh, he said them bad words. Charlie, I'll be on the floor. I'll be just, because if it's funny, I'm laughing. You know, my wife is a little different. She may not laugh. That profanity may not, but me, if a joke, I tell you all the time, if a joke got a curse word in it, I don't want my wife to tell it. She gonna mess it up. Tell Tanisha the joke.
Yes.
Tanisha tell it to me. We gonna laugh a good time. Well, I'll tell you. But my wife, oh no, she will not. My wife will mess the whole joke up. And then he said, B? And then he said, M? No. You know what? No, listen to me. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna laugh. Some of y'all can't do that. Because you know your family gonna talk about you. Last thing, if I'm going to win, I need to know my weapons. If I'm not familiar with what my weapons are, then there's a very good chance, how am I going to fight? What's going to be my offense? Because I need to push back. I need to push back. I can't just keep letting them beat on me and beat on me. I need to push back. Even if pushing back is stepping away from the situation. Amen. My pushback allows me to regroup, to refocus, to get around people that can build me up and get away from the people that's trying to tear me down. What are my weapons? My weapons is one, I need to stay focused on the plan God has for me. Come on, man. Come on. I got to learn when certain things I don't even need to respond to.
Right.
I'll tell you something. We had an episode right here in the church, right here in this church not too long ago. And the person wanted a response. We would not give them a response. And because we wouldn't give them, they would get worse and worse. Some things you just don't even need to respond to. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. You ain't got to respond to everything. Some things is just best left alone. Let people listen to me. When somebody already made up their mind about you, that's just like you going. I ain't talking politics, so I'm going to be very neutral about it. You ever seen a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican? And you go over there you ain't really got to be too much of a Democrat. You talk about Obama. Talk about Obama. Child, they gonna cut you up. Well, one thing about Obama, at least he ain't as ugly as your mama was. Like people don't know better than every man. They got some people out here about Trump just like that now. Right. Call him lunch again. I'll put my hood on and set you on. Everybody got different things they love, man. Listen, you gotta be able for people to say something about you and just know not to respond. That's true. Right. Y'all ain't never got a response. Now, it is what it is. You ain't getting not one response out of the Obamas, out of all of what the guy named Trump said. Trump said so many bad things, they ain't get a response. They ain't get, listen, they didn't even go to Obama to get one. You have any response to what
Yeah, right.
And listen to me. Sometimes people are trying to bring you down to their level so they can have somebody to talk to. I told my wife just yesterday, I have no respect for no Democrat or no Republican that will ignore truth to support their party. I don't care who you are. Truth is truth. Truth is truth. Now you can say what you want to say, but for people to just start jumping up and start lying, a lie is easily proven. Are you listening to me? So if everybody in right now thought some pastor stole the money, I ain't gonna bother with you. I ain't gonna let you say what you want to say. But if y'all start talking about impeaching me, that's what I shouldn't have said impeach, because now y'all say he's against Trump. I ain't for him. But listen, but then I can say no. Where the money that I stole? You say, see right here. This money right here. Oh, that money? That wasn't the stolen money. That money, Sister Sam's had that money. Y'all messing with the wrong person. Yeah, man, listen to me. I won't hunt down a lie, but I won't allow a lie to destroy me.
Right.
Do you understand me? Yeah. All right? I'm not about to go chase behind everybody that's going to talk about me stealing church money. Right. They say that's how you paying for this. They say that's how you... And you can say what you want to say. Right. I'm about to do some renovations on my house. I'm going to spend about $100,000 and get this house, stop the leaks and stuff, you know. Get the water running right. I'm going to spend it. Yeah, and then people going to say some stuff. But that's because people don't know all my business. Mm-hmm. People that need to know. Right. The trustee know I ain't stealing nothing. Right. People can listen to me. People will say and do whatever you want. My job is that I don't have to respond to every negative thing. I gotta stay focused. I can't spend time when people, you banks go around telling people I stole the money, and then I can't even preach because I'm up here focused on you banks telling people I stole the money. Well, what's bad is somebody just say, well, did you give anything? No. What you get? Why are you complaining about him stealing money that you ain't put none in? Let me leave that alone for y'all start really thinking I take the money. The last weapon that we're going to talk about is, in your response, let me finish this. In your not responding, you take away life from that dead thing. When a lie is hatched, or people are running you down, or people are trying to hurt you, relationships go bad. Well, those things you have to understand. Those things are trying to get life. They're trying to build up. And I told you, an old man said to me, son, and he was a bishop too. He said, son, it's when you stir in poop is when it starts stinking. Just leave it alone. He said, just leave it alone. It's just going to get hard and just sit right there. But if you keep going around pancaking in it, it's going to stink up everything. My last weapon is my worship and my praise. Man, I was out praying, and I told every one of y'all need a beach house. If I don't get one, you get one before me. Just don't act stupid. Let me go out there. And the Holy Spirit said to me, without your prayer and your worship, you're living a ritual. Your greatest defense is your relationship with God. I don't care what you're going through. Spend time with God. Now, let me tell you something. God knows some awesome things in my life. And everything about my life is because of God. Now, I'm not knocking people that don't need Him, but I can't live without Him. Every good thing you see in my life is because of God. It's because of God. The relationship my wife and I have is because of God. Not only have I have to be forgiven, she has to be forgiven. Sometimes we had to take turns. I remember one time in our relationship, we would be planning something to go out. We would say who would be right all day. We said, this ain't tomorrow. You right about everything. No matter what come up. Right. And that was our agreement. We're going to go out, we're going to have a good time. And no matter what's said, we already know who's right. And no matter how much evidence you got. We already know who's right. Listen, y'all say that just sounds stupid and silly. But I tell you one thing, being happy, if all it takes is being silly and coming up with dumb suggestions, give them to me. Yes. You got to get to the place that I'm going to stay with God. God seems to give you everything you need. Yes. All the time. That's why it's impossible for me to be great without God. Y'all know I was putting together this book. It's not published yet. I put together this book, and I was sitting there in prayer one time. I was sitting in my living room, and this is what the Holy Spirit said to me. The Holy Spirit said, I'll give you what to write to get the wealth of the wicked. Oh my God! So every time they would call me with edits and all this other stuff, and I'd be so firm. No, don't change those names. Put everything, the names you can't change. No, you can't change that. That got to be there. Now you can add and take away something else, but you can't take. Why? Because listen to me. Everything in my life that's a success comes from God. Amen. Your business will be a success. See, when you get in the presence of God, you're only talking about what's relevant. Yes. Amen. You know, such and such say, you and your husband ain't getting along. Now you something that nobody caring about what you and your husband ain't getting along. No, you know what's going on. Child, I get people telling me it ain't nothing that real. Like I'm on Facebook trying to impress them. I don't know what you think about me. Right. I really don't. Ain't nobody that happy. My cousin was telling me, he said, another family member said to him that don't believe everything he got on Facebook. It's smoke and mirrors. And, I don't care. I don't care who's smoking. I don't care who mirror it is. See, when you get into the presence of God, you get refocused on what's important. The things you want to do for your children. Why you want to be a success. Why you want to keep building and growing. You're working on a legacy for your child. Do you know what it is to build something great and not have all the pluses that others have? I said this before and I say it again. It's not to belittle my wife. My wife is a great woman. But my wife could not understand what Sister Brian go through. Because she got a little bit more to lean on. And Sister Brian leans, she gonna hit the floor. She got to stand firm on her own. Listen here, she now I'm not talking about her support system. I'm talking about her brother in church. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't get stupid. No. Sister, cool. Okay. Just cut Sister Brian off, and she just come home and just say, oh, all right, yeah, well, I don't have a job. And so we go, no. No, you're going to go get another one. You be sitting there talking about something you ain't got you got a job. Your job is to find a job. And hurry up. Senior trip coming up. School rings want to be bought. School jackets want to be bought. Hurry up. You got no time to be sitting on the phone. I'm going to take a walk. You better go on an interview. No, listen to me. Do you know when you're building yourself up and you know that everything rises and falls? Some of y'all got family members you can call and borrow some rent money. When you ain't got nobody to call, you can call if you want to. I mean, nobody. If your phone on, you can call. But ain't no way. If you get evicted, where you gonna go? It's so amazing. The devil try to take the strength of you and try to make you feel like it's a negative. You building a legacy. You building your legacy, and guess what? There's nothing the devil can do about it but try to lie and try to trick you, make you think you ain't, or that you should be. No. You're doing just fine. Stay in the presence of God. In God's presence is where He's going to keep building you up. Yes. No matter what you go through, you get refreshed. You'll fight tomorrow like you've never been in a fight before. Every day you're not going to be weary, like I'm tired and no. Get in the presence of God. When you come out, you're refreshed. Don't pick up yesterday's stress.
Yes. Amen.
Go on, take your new day and just start building. Let God talk to you. Let God build you up. Let God work on you. Let God be telling you how wonderful and beautiful you are. Yes. Let the Holy Spirit say this is all part of the plan. Sit back. Yes. Just relax. Everybody thought Muhammad Ali was going to get knocked out. And I mean, George Foreman put a whooping on him. Boy, I'm telling you, George Foreman was hitting him with everything he had. George Foreman said Muhammad Ali not only whipped him physically, but it started mentally. Kept whispering stuff in his ear. That's the best you got, George? George, you hit like a woman. And George, I knew I hit him. Can you imagine hitting somebody when you, like some hits, like you don't hit flush. I don't know if y'all ever been in a fight. You hit some people and sometimes it don't hit right. Like, you just braze them. But when you hit them flush, like, boom. And he say, you hit like a bee. It's time to run. It's time to run. It's time to get up out of there. Y'all sit up there and try to be a hard rock. You understand? I ain't got no problem running. I ran before, I'll run again. Muhammad Ali would whisper things. He said every time they got in the clinch, he was whispering stuff. And then all George was getting on, boom, boom, he was hitting everything else. And then all of a sudden, all part of the plan, just because the devil is attacking, don't mean he winning.
Right.
You need to know that greatness is on the inside of you. And the more I hear God, the greater I'm going to become. Let me tell you something. I know what I'm talking about. If you got a business, try sitting down talking with, because like you spend time with God, let that business come up and different things. We got people in here that got their own business. The things He say will blow your mind.
Yeah, it's true.
My wife and I, we just made a move last week. Now, I know it's ain't a lot of money to some of y'all, but we repositioned the routes and how we doing. We save on diesel, not only on diesel, but on the ultimate maintenance of the truck. We save on diesel from $900 to $1,000 every week now.
That's good.
Do you know how much money? I know y'all, it ain't nothing to y'all. But the Holy Spirit, listen to me, He can increase you and don't give you an extra dime. We was paying, this is no lie, my wife tell you the truth, we was paying for our truck insurance, you know, the auto insurance for the trucks. We was paying 20-something thousand, like 26, 27,000 dollars a year. One phone call went all the way down to like 10, 12,000 dollars a year. One. I couldn't believe that this would be true. Everything, listen, I don't care what you have going on, God will make it better.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You will hear something that ain't got nothing to do with you. And the Holy Spirit say, now that's what I need you to do over here. And it make clear sense to you. Don't try to tell somebody else how you heard it and how you need to just do it. Because they ain't on your level yet. People looking at you like, what? I don't think you should do that. I don't care what you think.
That's right. That's right.
God has a way of increasing you and elevating you and giving you more than you thought you ever could have.
Yes.
There are things God put inside of you now is about whether or not you're going to do it. So many dreams and ambitions inside of you, you just let it sit there. Well, you don't let it sit. I hope you give it to me. You be sitting there and say, that was my idea. And not only did I take the idea, I'm taking the profits that come along with it.
Right.
You sit up there crying, talking about the, you can't believe it? Yeah, I believe it. God gonna give you some stuff. God gonna give you some ideas. If you sitting there at home and you get an unction, start calling around for car insurance, call!
Right.
What you think? You ain't doing that anyway. If God give you, if the Holy Spirit come in and start telling you some stuff about how you need to listen.
Amen.
See, the more you get in the presence of God, you start rising above some stuff that when people start talking and people start coming at you and the enemy start attacking, it becomes irrelevant. You might as well tell me that I ain't going to have a good meal at Thanksgiving before you tell me I ain't going to be a success. I'm going to be a success because I love God.
Amen. Yes. Amen.
I'm going to be a success because I'm going to do what God tells me to do.
Amen.
No matter what people say. I care about people. People are not that important to me.
Amen. That's right.
I'm going to tell something. You tell whatever you want to tell. I heard you smoked a cigar. I waited till I was 46 years old and lit up a cigar. All because of the smell of the thing. Why that thing smells so good? I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with me. He said, you ain't no preacher. Good. Good. when people don't have that control over you, you can be anything God wants you to be. You say God told you, I'm not saying God told me to smoke a cigar. I wanted to smoke a cigar. I lit it up because I like the way it smelled. It smelled like this blueberry stuff. Oh my God, that stuff smells. Oh. I wish I could just sit it and just let it sit there, just let it burn like an incense. Y'all don't like that. That's all right though. You notice I said I don't care. You gotta get to the place that I'm going to stay in the presence of God. Let Him work on me. Let Him work on my attitude. How I'm going to respond to people. How I'm going to treat people. So last thing I'm going to say. My wife and I, we had someone to not only say bad things, but they got other people to believe it. And today, we love those people like nothing ever happened.
Amen. Amen.
Like nothing ever happened. Now, granted, they may have forgotten about it, but you don't forget when you allow people to like that. But listen to me. Sometimes and they're a blessing to us. They're a blessing to us. Sometimes you don't have to defend yourself by destroying other people.
That's true.
It's true.
Do you know what's going to happen? If you can represent God when people, you have the potential of winning the one the devil was using.
That's true. That's true.
Stay in a place that God can always get glory out of your life. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your people that have come to this place to get more of you. I believe your word is right and true. I believe your children have come to this place that they may grow and flourish and be all that you've called them to be. Uproot everything in our hearts and in our minds that hinder us from being free, hinder us from obeying you. Absolutely no shame or embarrassment live on the inside of us. When you speak, we're willing to obey. Surround us with people that will encourage us to do your will. And we'll forever give you the praise and the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.